Hi guys, welcome to the channel. First, let me say a big thank you for checking out this video. In this video I'm going to show you the best settings for your Mavic Mini at night. Now before we get onto this, there is a bit of a story behind this whole video, so please bear with me. I promise you, by the end of it you will know the best settings for your Mavic Mini. But let me just explain how it all went about yesterday, the filming of it, and then you'll have a better understanding of why these settings are to be used. So I go out yesterday, I filmed the introduction about 6 o'clock in the evening. Now I'm in the UK here and it doesn't get dark till about 9 o'clock. Planned where I was going to film the tutorial, which is about a mile away from my house. And what I wanted to do was find somewhere that had consistent lighting. So I found a great site. It's a long, kind of like a dual carriageway here in the UK. Really nice lighting at night. It has this pure white street lighting, which is really good. To the side of it had a field, which my plan was to use the field so we get a complete black area on the screen, so we could see how much noise was being introduced into our images. Now I've done a lot of photography and I've done a lot of photography at night. Here's a couple of my examples. So I know a little bit about shooting at night. I've also flown drones at night, and I've even flown radio controlled helicopters at night. Admittedly I crashed that time, but I did fly at night. So I know a little bit about flying at night with drones. Now this was my downfall. I have never taken the Mavic Mini out at night, so I was unaware of what it was capable of. So with this in mind though, I was sure that I would be able to get some settings that were awesome. So what I done, at about 8:30 at night, I headed to the location. I filmed like a second introduction telling you about how the experiment was going to go, the tutorial, how I was going to fly the drone backwards and forwards. I'll show you that now actually. Okay, let's see what this drone can do. All we've got to do now is wait for this sun to go down, and it's going to get cold, but fingers crossed we get some good results out of this. I then waited about 45 minutes for the sun to go down. It was pretty cold at this point. And, well, then it was time to send the Mavic Mini up. Now, bearing in mind that this was just after the sun had set, and I could see quite clearly still about a mile with my own eyes. So it wasn't pitch black. This, if anything, it was still probably too bright, a little bit too bright. So I send the Mavic Mini up, and I'll show you the footage now of that. And instantly, the screen is too dark. I couldn't see anything, and I'm already in manual settings. I thought that I could fly straight away and at least then dial in the settings and show you how to dial in the settings, but as soon as I took off I noticed that it was way too dark. In fact, if you do any kind of photography, and I keep saying photography, and have you noticed, if you do any type of photography, well, normally when you have a black screen you've left your lens cap on, so you're normally panicking, changing all the settings and then realising you've left the lens cap on. So my instant thought was, I've left the lens cap on the drone. Well, anybody with the Mavic Mini knows it doesn't come with a lens cap. So up I go. It's too dark. Now bearing in mind also that I had run this route, I wanted to give it a test run while it was still light, just to check the settings, make sure I was safe to fly and whatnot. So I'll show you that now. As you can see, it's this was 35 minutes before I took off when the sun had gone down. So anyway, back to the night settings. So we sent the drone up instantly, even in manual settings. Okay, we had ISO 100 and a shutter speed of 60, but in my mind, like, I should have seen a lot more than what I was able to see. And the other thing that I was getting was a strong wind warning and a error, the sensor error. So I was like, anybody that knows has a Mavic Mini, as soon as you get a strong wind warning, you start to panic, because the Mavic Mini, you definitely don't want a strong wind warning on your Mavic Mini. And what was strange about this, the wind was only literally a breeze. It was 5 miles an hour, I'd say. So I couldn't understand that. I was getting the sensor error where it couldn't detect the floor as I took off. The drone wasn't stable. But anyway, I went to 100 foot in the air, as you can see. I'll put the display in the corner, the overlay. And started to try and dial in the settings of the Mavic Mini so at least we could see something. And well, here's the results of that. After spending only 2 minutes in the air, it comes pretty apparent that unfortunately the Mavic Mini, the sensor size on it just is not capable of doing any kind of night filming at all with any quality. At ISO 3200 and a shutter speed of 1/30th, which is the lowest you can go on shutter speed and the highest ISO you can go, it is still way too dark. If I show you that now, this is not how it looked. This is still way too dark. It was definitely a lot brighter than this. Like I say, I could see about a mile away with my naked eye. And with this Mavic Mini, it looks like it's 1 o'clock in the morning, pitch black. And look at the noise on the road there, it's absolutely awful. So, unfortunately guys, the best setting for your Mavic Mini for night flying or night filming is there isn't one. Your drone just isn't capable of filming any decent footage at night, which is a real shame, but that's what you get for the price of the Mavic Mini. It needs light, the sensor size is small, it needs good light to get good quality. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this little chat, and it's a shame I couldn't show you more ways to get better footage out of the Mavic Mini at night, but sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please give it a like, which is down this side. And if you'd like to see more of my content, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and viewing my content. It really means a lot to me. Stay safe out there guys, and safe flying. Catch you soon.